You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's something on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace. I believe we're still on Shuichi's path. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Nope, not the path of heartbreak and horror. Let's see, 16th. Yeah, right there. Okay, there you go. As if we're being particularly rowdy right now. Rowdy enough that I have to tell you to settle down. Whatever you say. If you don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about before I came back? Hitoka was telling me about the suggestions some of her classmates made for the school festival. Oh? What about it? Why don't you tell him too, Hitoka? Smiling, Hitoka nods. Well, when my class was voting on what we do for the festival, a few of the boys suggested we make a maid cafe. Can you believe that? A what? A maid cafe? Yeah, isn't it ridiculous? What self-respecting girl would ever work in a maid cafe? Of course all the girls in class shot that idea down immediately. That's... I look over at Shuichi and see him barely able to keep himself from breaking into a fit of laughter. I see he hasn't told Hitoka about Saya's work at a maid cafe. And considering how much Hitoka looks up to Saya, I have no doubt that he finds the whole thing hilarious. Yeah, I can't imagine a girl doing something like that either. Right? It's just so demeaning. Those boys are so stupid. She has no idea just how close to home her words hit. Other than that, it seems that Hitoka's time in her school has been pretty uneventful. She hasn't even joined a club yet. Really? Isn't the deadline to submit applications by the end of May? Yep, if she lets it pass, she won't be able to join any clubs until next year. So, you have to make sure to write your application to the volleyball club already, okay? Don't be ridiculous. You both know I'm not joining the volleyball club. But I'm sure you'd like it. How many times do I have to tell you that I don't like sports? I hate feeling all sweaty and gross. Come on, at least humor your big brother a little. I'll pass. I don't think there's any club I'm interested in joining, so I'll just go without. Don't be like that. That's such a waste of your student life. Personally, I find it more wasteful to keep myself cooped up in school for 10 hours a day. I prefer just going home right after class and hanging out with my friends. How's it that you turned out so different from me? God forbid two siblings don't end up the same. Stuff like that never happens. Don't you sass me. Shuichi, you're being a little unreasonable here. Hitoka-chan has the right to like different things than you know. Easy for you to say. You have a brother who just might love tennis more than you do and glorifies you for your skill. Do you want to take Aki for yourself? I'll give you my blessing. Don't just go around offering your brother to other people. Yeah, that sounds so filthy. Filthy? I meant I'd give him to Shuichi to be his brother instead. What the hell do you think of it? What the hell do you think of? Oh, Hitoka looks away, her cheeks reddening as she stammers to think of words. That's an excellent question. Seems someone has their mind in the gutter. Shut up! Must have hit the nail on the head because her face just got so red. It's kinda cute. I guess this serves you right. I guess this serves to prove you once and for all that girls can have dirty minds too. Puh, as if that was ever in question. I don't have a dirty mind. Of course you don't. You thought we were talking about knitting, didn't you? Just shut up. Yeah, that's enough for now. I swear I can feel steam coming out of her head. Ow! I already told you to shut up, didn't I? Fine, I get it. You don't have to hit me. If I don't hit you, you'll never learn. What am I doing to you? What am I to you, a punching bag? Thinking back to your childhood together, I think that'd be an accurate way to describe it. Well, it's not a way I'm happy with. She crosses her arms, looking away from her brother with a huff. Her cheeks, however, are still tinted red, and her tail is lashing around almost like a cat's. Gee, she's so easy to read. Are you gonna get all huffy now? You're such a pain. Shuichi, maybe try not saying these things right in front of her face. Oh, please, I'm not gonna spoil her rotten like my parents. And you, for that matter. What? I don't spoil her! What are you talking about? You spoil anyone as long as they think you're cute. You spoil Aki to this day for that reason. Plus, you also spoil Jun now because of that. It's different. Sure, like I'll believe that. This Jun guy you two mentioned a few times tonight, what's he like? Oh, you're showing interest in my friends. That's a first. How is that a first? I'm friends with Yuichi-kun and Saya-chan, aren't I? That's different. You basically grew up with them around us. Of course you'd become close. Whatever, just tell me about this Jun guy. Fine. Calm down already. Why are you so fussy all of a sudden? If I didn't know her well enough, I'd say she's jealous of the guy that just moved into town and now gets all the attention from her brother and I. Oh, no, wait, that's exactly what it is. Come on, Shuichi, it couldn't get more obvious. His name is Jun Kobayashi. He apparently lived here a few years ago, but moved away for school and only came back this year. Since he didn't know many people in town and was completely new at our school, we helped him get around. It turned out he was a really great guy, and he just fit right in with our group. He basically comes with us wherever we go now. Hitoka pouts, her lips quivering with disdain. She looks away from Shuichi, her pointed stare falling to the floor. Lucky. What was that? I couldn't hear you. I said, poor guy. Jeez, of all the people he'd have to meet first, it had to be you two. Now he has to put up with the two giant weirdos every day. That's the most pitiful thing I've ever heard. Hey, why are you so angry all of a sudden? Come on, Shuichi, you've got to be smarter than that. You said something? Nothing at all. Just your imagination. Either way, Hitoka, Jun is kind of a quirky person. He can be pretty eccentric and intense when he gets excited, so not everyone would have the patience to deal with that. Indeed, lucky for him, we just found that side of him more funny than not. Except when he's crushing my arm in the streets. Crushing your arm? What? Yeah, Junkun is a little fearful of crowds. He can get very nervous around groups of people, and he tends to cling to others when that happens. The word cling isn't enough to describe it. It's like having a boa constrictor wrapped around my arm. Why does it always have to be me? You're the one that's always standing closest to him, I guess. Huh, this guy sounds like a total wimp. Hey, you don't even know him to be talking about him like that. Jeez, why are you acting so aggressive? Are you seriously that stumped? The answer should be obvious to you, dumbass. We might introduce you to him sometime, if you stop calling him a wimp, that is. We'll see. Oh boy, she's pouting so much. So not acting her age, or so not acting her age right now. So I take it you two have been busy hanging out with this guy lately? We don't hang out as much as you think. We're pretty busy with our clubs and whatnot. Oh, yeah, how's that coming along? Are you guys finally gonna win something? We make it to the finals every year, don't be so dismissive. And yet you never win, so how good does that make you? Competition is hard, okay? Up until 5 years ago, the Saitama Prefecture would get two spots in the national championship. Because of lackluster performances in it, we got one of our spots given to a more promising prefecture. Plus, the team that always qualifies is seriously strong. The worst part is, our school used to be the strongest in the prefecture until a few years ago when Shirayama Technical started aggressively poaching all kinds of players to their school. I guess our school just didn't want to invest in the volleyball club all that much. Yeah. And whose fault do you think that is? I don't think there's anyone to blame for that. Yes or no? Did you get a full scholarship plus a ton of benefits for joining the school? Oh, come on, you can't say it's my fault our school stopped investing in the volleyball club. Minamikawa Academy might have had good players in the past, but they're all people who rose to the top only after they were already in here. The tennis courts are pretty run down until they spent a ton on renovating it so the program would be appealing enough for you. And it's not just you. Minami is Saya, too. Being able to nab the number 2 player in Japan's male division and the number 1 of the female is no small feat. The amount of concessions they give you guys is insane. And while Shirotech put a lot of funds and effort into wooing the top players in the prefecture to their school, Minami didn't. In the end, they ended up building a great team while ours was filled with average players. Wow, I don't think I ever heard you talk smack about your teammates. Don't get me wrong, they're good. I'm not saying they're not. But you can't argue against talent. Shirotech got the most talented players in our prefecture in a single team. No matter how well I run our team, that wall is hard to overcome. Jeez, I've never seen you sound so defeated before. Yeah, what happened to that don't talk crap about my teammates policy? I have no intention or desire of losing, but I won't fool myself either, you know? Everyone on the team is aware of their own shortcomings, but we're still working really hard to do our best. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what we believe in. I suppose it doesn't hurt that they have the best setter in the country as their captain either. That's going too far. Oh, please. You've been getting interviewed by magazines and TV stations since we were kids. He's also got offers from at least 4 different professional teams. Let me guess. They went right to the same place as the summons for Japan's youth teams, didn't they? Yep, right to the trash. I barely have enough free time as it is. The only way I'd be able to attend those training camps and competitions would be if I took time away from my training with my team, and I can't do that. Yeah, that's been your excuse for what, the past 5 years now? It's not an excuse. Whatever you say, boss. Shuichi's shoulders quiver slightly. I can see him biting his tongue to keep himself from answering back, both literally and figuratively speaking. He even curled his tail around him on top of his lap. Is it even possible for him to look more like a cornered dog? Hitoka gives him a few taps on his back, snapping his attention back to her. Just hang in there. I'm sure this year will be your year. I really hope so. It's my last chance to go to the national tournament. I want to be able to stand on those courts at least one more time before I have to say goodbye to my teenage life. Jeez, why do you make it sound so dramatic and sad? I'm sorry I take things seriously. Maybe you should try to learn a thing or two from me. You mean how to be an uptight dork? Yeah, I think he's fine the way he is. What? Hey! It doesn't have to be the last time unless you want it to be. You've already been offered opportunities to become a professional. I don't know why you're so stubborn about going to college and becoming a businessman. Of course you don't understand. You lived and breathed tennis your entire life. You can't comprehend what it's like to have different priorities. That's not true. Are you two having this discussion again? I swear, I've already heard a rehashed version of it at least 10 times. I'm not the one who keeps bringing it up. Yell at him for a change. How about you don't yell at anyone? What, and lose this perfect opportunity to get some aggression out of my system? As if. You're the devil, woman. Ow! Jesus, she practically jumped at me just to punch my shoulder. This'll teach you not to talk to me like that. You'd do a much better job of feigning annoyance if you weren't smiling from ear to ear. She sits back on the sofa, putting a hand on her chin as if she were thinking of something. In reality, it's just a blatantly obvious attempt to hide her smile. This girl is one day going to be the death of me, I swear. You two try to behave, okay? You might wake up Dad if you keep this up. Gotcha. Shuichi's right in the sense that you tend to insist on the pro thing a lot. I haven't hung out with you guys in a while, but I still remember it being a semi-frequent conversation topic. Yeah, whatever you say. Besides, you're in no position to talk. You constantly reject offers from companies wanting to sponsor you for stupid reasons. Hey, my reasons aren't stupid. Oh, please, I don't want them to think they own me. What kind of reason is that? Once I go pro, I'll bite the bullet because I'll need some capital to pay for my travels until I can get things rolling and start earning championship money, but as long as the club is covering my costs, I'm not going to bother. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. I'm really fucking baked right now. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Oh yeah, by the way, I passed my final certification for my position in my training, and I am now fully certified for my job. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!